Well, more than 200 FlySafair pilots are set to embark on a 2-week strike as of tomorrow. Trade Union Solidarity says this comes after giving the employer notice to strike following a deadlock in wage negotiations. The union has rejected the airline's 5.7% proposed salary increment. It's demanding instead 10.5% for the next financial year, and FlySafair has already adjusted its schedule for flights between July the 22nd and the 28th as a precautionary measure.
The salary increase is at the moment not the main issue. You know, the issue first of all started with a unilateral change to the shift roster pattern, where there used to be an open roster where the pilots had the say in the roster, and you know, if there was some event taking place where they have to attend to a family matter or when they require adequate rest, you know, they had a say. So then there was a change where there's a fixed roster and they have very limited say, and that led to a first dispute and a strike notice being issued. So with that, we had to go into wage negotiations. So the relationship was already at an all-time low. There was a lot of animosity between the parties, and then we went into the wage negotiations, and on top of it, there were changes to the leave pay, and there were also changes and a lot of issues around other matters, like, for instance, the extra flight pay. So that then took a center stage. And the pilots merely felt that no matter what the wage offer is, they first need to resolve all those other matters that impacts on their working and their working life balance, but also on top of it, you know, they require sufficient rest. And the company was just standing firm on all of it, and it was actually nothing is negotiable. So the end result is the 5.7, if it's 6.7, 8.7, if it's 10, it will not resolve the issue, because there are more important things. So when we got to our positioning around the 10.5, yes, we have made a move and said we are even prepared to come down to 8 if you resolve all these other issues. So they said it's a non-negotiable. They will not attend to all those other issues. That's the way it is. So now it makes it difficult to negotiate around wages, but we're also motivated and say we know 10% is high, and regardless of the fact that there's room for movement, there was also major salary sacrifice that impacted on the pilots during COVID, and they haven't recovered from that. So some of them are still earning less than they were earning prior to COVID. But we also said if there's no settlement on the roster issue, maybe we can go back to the pilots and say, listen, if they give you 10%, will you then accept that to soften the blow, at least financially? And they said, no, we need more rest and we need more time with our families. So that is why it's such a complicated matter. And the fact that there's going to be now work stoppage, our intention, Liesl, was a one-day strike. We issued a strike notice for tomorrow. That was the intention, to disrupt the passengers just for one day. The response from FlySafair was then a 7-day lockout notice and another 7 days on top of it if we don't accept within a very short space of time. So they are the aggressors at the moment. What I can add, the CCMA, the Commission for Conciliation, Mediation and Arbitration, then approached us and say, listen, we cannot have this. It's in public interest that we resolve this issue. Are you prepared this weekend to come and sit with us? We will intervene, we will mediate, and we will try and resolve the issues. We said, definitely, we are available. Safair flatly refused. So this is why we are at the pickle, and this is why there will be a major disruption. And we literally blame Safair for all of this.